Hello, guys. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having an awesome day. Well, we have no trade today, but that's okay. Sounds like he's here. Luckily for you, I have all of his recordings, so I even have like a laugh track. And I'm just playing, which would be great if I did, but I don't. I could set that up. It'd be pretty easy. But anyways, hello, how are y'all doing today? I'm in my room with no AC, so I'm sweating away. I'm thinking that I never even knew what to say. I'm in Texas, so it's like 105 degrees. Hey, what am I doing? If I'm wrong, I'm right. But now I stand on the mic, yelling out loud, right? Trying to share with people, but I still can't see it. You knew one time, yo, I still can't be it. I wanna flow, cause I never get it. You knew that I was gone, I'd be specific. I gotta be a rapper, nobody getting it through. But they pretending like something is something, but something's cool. True. And only if I rap just a little bit. Wanna do it forever, man, I'm kicking it. Looking back, simple snares, ain't wearing it. You knew that sometime we can make a fair in it. I ain't giving, I'm gone, but now I'm right. Still trying to do these things right. Didn't watch Thor Love Thunder yet, but I probably will in a little bit. Oh, I mean, yeah. Only if I get it, but I still can't go. You were right for the night, but I still can't flow. My son's chasing me around. I don't even know where I'm gonna do with all these Hot Wheels, bro. Oh, I guess I'm done. I guess it's time to start this little rhyme, and I'm wondering why. Yeah. I can't press the buttons today.
Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you.
Oh, hello, everybody. You heard the music. You heard me mess up. That's what happens when I don't have somebody to remind me that I'm supposed to produce the show. Um, what's up, Mike? How are you doing today?
Dude, I'm doing great. How about you, man?
I am. What am I? I am hot. So I mentioned it in my freestyle. My AC is out, and so it is not awesome to stream today. Um, but we're here, and we're gonna do it. What we do. All right. So the headline of the week. Tell me one random fact of your week that sounds funny. It doesn't need to be funny, but it just needs to sound funny. Mine was uh somebody took my Peter Pan cake topper.
What's a Peter Pan cake topper?
I'll tell you in a second.
Oh, okay. I'm curious.
What do you got?
Oh gosh. This week.
Anything. I didn't try very hard today. Chia pet.
Oh, okay. I hooked a fish while fishing that was actually smaller than the hook.
Okay. You hooked the fish while fishing that was smaller than the hook. Okay.
Yes.
So I sell vintage toys on eBay.
Oh, nice.
And one of the ones that I did not think was worth any money was a random action figure of Peter Pan. But it is a Disneyland exclusive cake topper action figure. And I sold that thing for like $10.
Just that being a Disneyland exclusive alone makes it well over, that's for sure.
It's like this big.
Oh, did you find out how much it's actually worth, or?
Yeah, about $15-$20. So, if you like were to really wait, you could still make a little on that. But yeah, no, I laugh. I'm still selling from one bag I found at Goodwill, like a $3 bag. I'm still, I'm like on my 10th sale or something like that. So, from this one bag, it's like this is silly.
Hey, there you go, man. That's the way to do it, though.
No, it's fun. It's It's interesting. It makes me laugh every time I'm packing a toy that's this big into a box
Yep.
that I'm shipping. One of the craziest ones, I mentioned this on the show a few times, is I sold this helmet. It was just a rubber helmet for like
Mhm.
a Barbie-sized GI Joe, but it was a 1980s Centurion figure, and his helmet, and that thing sold for like $25.
Really?
It was just a rubber helmet. That that if I wasn't using Google Lens and checking every single toy in my bag, I would never even known it was worth anything. Because I just thought, why is there a dumb helmet here? Like, who needs a dumb helmet? I was wrong.
I I mean, some of that stuff, I mean, it's kind of hit or miss. I had an old boss and she had me go through like all her stack of like these old records. And some of them were like from the 50s and 40s, like original pressings. And she just had them up there. And then she finally decided to sell them. She had one there, it was like, I think like $1,000 for one that she like never played or anything. It was still in the wrapping and everything. It's like,
That's awesome.
oh,
Tell me
lucky
about this
dog,
hook.
you. So I was out fishing. I stayed up all night watching the last season of The Boys on Amazon Prime,
All right.
and it hit like 6 in the morning. I'm like, well, I should just go fishing instead. Go off the dock here, and I'm just fishing for whatever's biting. And in the process, because I didn't have a bite or anything, I thought I lost my bait. And on the on the way reeling in, I must have snagged it or something, and it just barely a little bit just went like through the back tail of it there, and it was basically like a big minnow that I just happened to snag on the way up. Only catch I had all day too, after spending like 2.5 hours out there. And that's all I had to show for it.
Nice. That's
But
always
he
frustrating.
he did swim away though, so
Oh, well, that's good. So you didn't murder him.
no, I did not.
Um, 1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Good. Line. Oh. Spelling stuff. Well, as I put in the chat, anybody that's watching us right now, if you have a headline of the week, put it in the chat. We'll read it as we're talking about other stuff. And so we always like to hear other people's randomness. My daughter is she's getting her diaper changed right now, so I apologize for any yelling. Oh, she wasn't getting her diaper changed. She was trying to escape from her mother.
Oh,
And so she's been a character this week. But anyways,
it
I
sounds like she got
regress.
caught.
Yeah, no, she's like two, almost two, and she wants to like. She has a big brother, so she loves to antagonize him at all times. So like, and he has like this giant Hot Wheels set, and so she'll just take a piece and run off with it on purpose. Waiting, she'll only take the piece when he's paying attention, and
Yep.
then just run off so she can get his attention.
That's
And
how our
so-
dogs act too. The one dog doesn't care about any toys until he wants to play or piss off the other one. He'll just grab his toy there, and just chew it right in front of him, stare him right in the eyes.
That's funny. Well, I'm going to change the format a little. We're still going to do a quiz, but it's going to be more of a random question quiz.
Okay.
But we're going to write a song about you today. And it's going to, or I'm going to make up a song about you today. We'll come up with a verse and a chorus and a verse, and I'll do all that. But I'm just going to help me get some PowerPoints or points of interest, and we'll make it happen. So
Okay.
now, we're just going to do a random quiz that I'm going to ask you random questions, and you're going to answer. This is going to be like one of those quick shot quizzes. So I'm just going to ask you some questions, and you're just going to answer them.
All
First
right.
video game you ever played?
Oh, Spy vs. Spy.
Last video game you played?
The Sims 4. No, sorry, NHL 22.
Okay. That would have been weird if you picked a different year. You're like, yeah, I love 16. It's my favorite.
NCAA 06. I could play still
Well,
to this day.
Isn't it the last time? What was the last NCAA? Was like
It's
12
been a
or
minute.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like NBA Jam. Yeah, I can play that over and over again. So, all right. Favorite color when you're running?
You guys can't see the gut, but I don't run much.
Yeah, I know.
Red.
Yeah.
It means I'm done.
What is the most amount of food you ever ate in one sitting?
Um, uh, probably the some giant pizza they had at some pizza place out in North Carolina. The Godfather pizza.
Ooh, all by yourself.
I probably ate about 3/4 of it by myself.
Nice. Let's see. What is the longest time you ever played straight, like with your guitar? What's the longest amount of time without rest?
Like just continuously playing, probably like about half an hour.
Yeah.
Calluses start to rip off after that.
When's the last time that you popped a string while playing?
It's probably been a solid 8 months or so.
And when's the last time you cut your toenails?
2 days ago.
Oh, nice! You were ready to go for that one.
Yep.
All right. I feel good about that. All right. So now you can ask me 6 any random questions, and I'll give you the answers very quickly. Here we go.
Biggest musical influence.
It's a split between Speech from Arrested Development, the old school rap band, and Pigeon John, who's a Christian rapper with the coolest voice I've ever heard in my life.
If you could collaborate with anybody, who would it be?
Well, I've had the honor to work with Pigeon John before.
Oh, nice.
And and Speech is my friend. And so if I could collaborate with anybody now or back in the day,
like now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's not many very good musicians that I'm impressed with.
Like it'd be you now, but it could be any timeline of their career.
Oh, well, it'd be KRS-One, because but but I would still work. To sit down with Kanye and just watch his brain work would be pretty cool.
I think it'd be scared to do that.
You know who I never really liked until he started this Twitch channel is T-Pain.
T-Pain's Twitch is amazing. I love it.
Yeah, he just makes I'm not a big fan of his music. I'm a fan of him. He's one awesome dude. I love to work with him. I have no idea what kind of weird song we would come up with, but it made me laugh. All right, keep going.
One skill you wish you would have learned, or set the time aside to learning Spanish.
Yeah, I would have been able to get better tacos.
Ooh. What's that? That's 4, right?
Yeah.
If you could bring back any musician, who would it be? Anyone that's passed.
Now, 2 people that would be hilarious in the culture where you can like add somebody in. Imagine if Elvis was alive and he was like sample, like if he could actually feature on rap songs.
Oh my god!
and then same idea. Imagine Jimi Hendrix, getting to like imagine him like playing with different bands like Jimi Hendrix and the Foo Fighters. I don't know. I'm just being silly, but
Jimmy would probably hop in with just about anybody. I feel.
Yeah, I think it'd be hilarious. Like it would. Like those are the kind of people that would be fun to watch. How culture has changed musically. How would they respond? And I imagine that Elvis would totally be down for hip hop. I imagine he'd be like, "Yeah, let's do it." You want me? It was like the Macho Man's rap album. Did you know he had a rap album?
No.
Yeah. It's actually pretty dope. I mean, it's literally Macho Man talking to rap beats, but it sounds cool.
Like the William Shatner albums there, where he's just like talking in that Shatner.
When you have a dope voice, you can do anything you want. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. I think do you have one more, or are you good?
One more. Last movie you watched?
Like, Doctor Strange 2. It just turned it off to start the stream.
Ooh, we just watched that like 3 nights ago, something like that.
I think I'm on my 5th time watching it, but yeah.
This was only our 2nd one.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I have a 5-year-old. I have a 5-year-old, so he likes, and he's all about scary randomness, and so he thinks it's very scary, and he likes it.
No, I was amazed. They went with a lot more like blood and guts on that than they do most.
It was a Sam
Marvel.
Raimi thing, and if you know Sam Raimi, then somebody was complaining about the third eye thing, and I was like,
Oh.
if you know Evil Dead, then it would make more sense to you because like that's what he did was low budget horror movies. It's what he does.
A little homage to it. Now he's just got a little bit more money for it.
Yeah, I mean he does a lot of other cool stuff, but that's what people know. That's why Bruce Campbell is in the movie. Is that they're
Oh
best
yeah,
friends.
yeah.
So
I wasn't even expecting that. Then all of a sudden, just that pizza vendor. There, no spoilers or anything.
And I'm sorry. Where can I get myself a pizza ball?
A pizza ball, yes. Why is that not a thing already?
How would you make it?
Like you just make
she literally had a molting piece of cheese in a circle that she was eating.
Yeah, you just
how? Tell me how. How does it work?
So you get your pizza ball, right? Like the dough. Okay, and then you only half bake it though. You only half bake it.
Okay.
And then afterwards, you do a whole bunch of those, and then you get this whole tub full of like cheese, like a casserole dish, just cheese, and then you stuff them into there.
What's happening?
What is that? Do you guys hear that?
What kind of noise is it?
Oh, that was the dryer.
And
then
my dryer.
I think it was mine. I think I heard it over here. But
I heard the noise too. I'm like, wait, I only have one working ear at the moment, so.
But then you have the casserole dish just filled with just cheese, and then you go through and bake it like that, another half lap, and then you just add the pepperonis on there, and they're naturally going to stick as long as you do it right away.
The problem is there was no bottom. There was no spot where.
Oh no, you fish them out and then put them into a separate thing from that.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I imagine it's something like that. If you were to freeze them, if you made a ball, you froze it, and then you deep fried it, and then right when you finish deep frying it, threw pepperonis on it, that would probably be your best bet.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, because the only other way to get the pepperoni in there is if you like push it into there, and even still, it's going to end up. Most of it's going to end up falling, anyways.
Yeah, and that's why you'd want it really cheesy, so it could just pop them on there.
Scientists, you're working on the wrong things right now. We need pizza balls.
Pizza balls. I know.
What the?
That's you, right?
Yeah, that's me. Just give me a quick second. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Well, hi everybody. I hope you're having a good day. If anybody has anything fun to say in the chat, please say it. How was your week? Did you do anything fun? Did you eat any good food? What did I do? Oh yeah, my new thing is this Richard's rainwater. This is not a commercial, but it's sparkling rainwater. It's pretty tasty.
The dial was stuck right before 0.
That's never good. Nobody wants that.
No.
Whatsoever. And so yeah. But that's very funny. So why are you on the show today? People might ask. Well, first off, you always come and watch us, so I always appreciate that. But
no
when
problem.
when I asked you in my mind what we could talk about this week, you said in my mind, rock out and then do something. Why do you think that we need to rock out and do something for a better year?
What do you mean? So, gosh, rock out and do something. So,
oh, no,
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh.
There you go.
Trey
looks so manly is what Jaime put in the chat. Very funny. This is not Trey, by the way. I need to fix that.
Does it say Trey?
No, I need to make it where we have names tags so nobody gets confused.
Like, gosh, he grew that so fast.
No, he's so talented. But anyways, yeah. So that's very cool. So the answer. Sorry, that was very cool. That response.
So what was it again? I'm sorry. Rock out.
Why do you think that if we rock out and then do something would make for a better year?
I feel like rock is probably your best way. Well, not necessarily the best way, but a great way of just like letting those emotions go. You think about it day to day. You're at work. There's a certain front you have to put up at work. Around certain people, even when you're day-to-day life there, you have to put up kind of a certain front, not necessarily a front, but kind of more of a filter when you're not necessarily with just rock, with any kind of music or any expressive type of music, you can just let it all free. And especially with the way the world is nowadays, you need a release of some sort. And I feel like music is one of those ones where people can find it's a lot easier to find common ground on things because there's so many different similarities that connect them all.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think that it's funny. It's like my cousin is a big fan of one women's sub hard metal, something I don't
Okay.
know. But it's like it's like that's not new metal, but it's like super hard rock that has a bass, has like hip hop bass drums.
Oh, like bass samples and 808s added to it and stuff
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then it's just girls, but it's so hard. Like it, I went to a concert with him, and my whole brain. I'm like been a rapper my whole life. My whole brain was like, this is the most complicated thing I ever heard. Like this is. They were good, but I was like, I needed to sit down. I was like, I'm an
Yes.
old man. This is not my thing. Um, Now I know how my dad felt going to random stuff with me.
Isn't it funny how it kind of changes there? Like I remember when I started listening to like some of the heavier stuff, like my dad's like, I don't know what's up with all that. And then I just imagine that's how it was for my dad growing up or anybody else's parents, just like same with trends and everything. It's it's like you don't when you're a kid, you're like, oh my gosh, he's just some old guy. And then now, like I'm not even 30 yet, and I'm already starting to feel like the old guy with some of today's music. Like you guys realize you're using samples from this song from back then, right?
Yeah, and it's not even like they're not even trying anymore. It's like
No.
they're sampling a song from like 5 years ago. It's
Yeah.
like, guys, come on, at least try to pretend like nobody knew the song.
The same
Um,
four chord progression there.
yeah, I mean that can't. There's not much you can really do as a musician. It's like
It's
everything
getting
gonna
hard.
be everything's gonna be replayed. Just what it is. I have a band that has been working on the same album for like 6 years at this point, and
Ooh.
it's like it's literally like a full like it's more of a what is it called, an instrumental album that just randomly has raps on it. Like it's
Oh,
not
okay.
like it's not so there's like 6 songs and I'm like on 2 of them or 3 of them. So it's like you don't even
Oh.
know. Like it's hilarious. Like if you were to buy the album thinking that it was a rap thing, it would you'd go like 3 songs in and be like, where's the rapper guy?
W- no, it's super hard, especially like when we recorded this album here. Well, not even recording, the writing process leading up to it. Like I'd be like, okay, let's try this and this, and then especially since we play heavier music, which I'm not used to, our rhythm guitarist Austin be like, that breakdown's just like this song you show me. Like, well, dang it, back to
Yep.
the drawing board. So that was like a big portion of just the writing process. There was trying to come up with something that sounded good, but was also original. Because you end up writing, and then even if you've heard it once, it can just subconsciously come
Yeah.
into your writing style. There, it makes it really difficult, especially this far into the history of music in present day.
How long ago? How so you did your band just
Mhm.
released an album in April.
Yes.
And right, is that right? Um,
Yeah. Yep.
and the name of your band again? I'm gonna mess it up. So the
Ashes Rise.
Ashes Rise. I was gonna say Rise Ashes.
Close.
And I was like, I know it's. I had it on my board, but I don't have it anymore. So, but yeah, how long have you been working on this album before? Because it was your debut album, right? So how
Yes.
long y'all been working on it?
So between right because we've gone through so many member changes, and so for the most part, it's been me and Austin for most of the time. It's probably been a solid 2.5 years of writing songs. Um, Once you get it written, polishing it up, everybody throws their ideas in for what they think for songs that they might not have been writing on, and then the whole recording, and then recording is a big hassle, and then you have the whole process of mixing and mastering, where everything was done like out of a studio, nobody else, no third party, anything except for two of our first recordings that we did. We had our buddy Derek record us, and then after that we decided we wanted to do everything in house. So our singer Topher, we went over to his house. He has all the recording stuff set up, and he's actually going to school for mixing, mastering, producing, all that stuff. So we did it all in house. So that took a little bit longer as we're trying to figure out that sound. But all together, between writing, recording, like from first song to albums finally released, probably about 2.5 years.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Now I'm gonna ask you a dumb question now, just because this is kind of a comedy show, even though I don't have Trey to make fun of. What's the dumbest song that y'all wrote that didn't make the album? Because I say this because I know every time I work on music, I always have a stupid song that just gets me going. Like I just wrote, so I started something. So then I know it's the. I was just getting reamed about this. Like my first album had a song called "Sock Monkey in a 4-Door Pinto," and I still can't live that song down.
So there's a song on there that almost didn't make it before we started doing lyrics for it, and it's called Pour It On. And that one was like a super like goofy because it's really like upbeat kind of metal song. But the one that didn't make it, and it's just kind of like improv as we were writing it, we have a song called Little Things that follow, which made the record, which follows the story of this fighting couple and figuring out, hey, it's not going to work. And then, so I was just goofing around with these clean tones, and it's supposed to be like the follow up to it. And then it was kind of like realizing all the stuff that she actually did, but then taking like a funny approach at it. Like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to do all the dishes now. And I guess I got to do this. I got to make the bed, and realize all the stuff there. But like all the problems we had coming up there, there's a lot more comedy.
I really need to hear a rock song that's about washing dishes. I feel like that's
it was a lot more ballady.
I think you're missing your niche thing, a whole album about dishwashing. I really think that you should work on that for your next album.
Oh, trust me, if I had the time to, oh my gosh, it's between working on a second album, trying to get member lineups, and then working on a solo album, and then personal life. It's it keeps me busy.
Oh, I understand. I've been working on like 3 albums for so many years. It's like, and then having kids just destroys it. And so like I lose all. Like I feel like I've been working on this once. Somebody's been waiting for this verse for this one song for like a year. I sent them like 3 takes, and they're like, nope. And they're like, give me a 4th one, and I never sent it.
Just sitting there checking their email every day
for a year. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll at some point get back to doing it. And one of our producers was like, I'm back. And I'm like, oh, I guess I should
probably get around to that.
Yeah. Well, I think the older I get, I used to like be able to get it all done really quick. And it's funny because you think that when have your own studio, then you get more done. That's definitely not true for me.
No.
Having my own studio means I just don't do it until it's due the day before or that day.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so that's funny. So, but I asked the dumb question, but then I asked, what is your favorite song on the album? I know that's hard.
It's like picking your favorite kid. I know every musician says it, but it really is.
No,
wow. It's only because it's the young ages for your other child. That's why.
No, my daughter's amazing. She's so adorable. Like this week, she's decided that she has long hair, and she decided she wants to put in ribbons, and so she just put them on with like crazy hair, but she doesn't care. But then she'll look in the mirror and she'll just be staring at how cute she is, and then she'll like do this cute face. It's very funny.
I guess my favorite to play is "In God We Trust." That one, a lot of our songs don't really have too much for riffs. Riffs take so much time to come up with something that's good and catchy and really driving. And that one there turned out really well. It's so fun and fast paced, and it's really is a challenge without being too over the top.
That's cool.
But honestly, probably my favorite song on the album, like song wise, either has to be "Pour It On" or or Little Things.
The 2 that you mentioned already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that makes sense because the ones you talk about.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's not a single song on the album I could probably say I'm not a fan of. And at least music wise, the only thing is I think it's Family Values was the first one we recorded. And so I've heard it so many times for like the last 2 years. But I feel like it's a really good song and it really stepped out of our sound. But
That's cool.
yeah, probably Little Things Are Poured On is probably my favorite on there.
That's cool. How's the album going? It's been a few months now.
So right now,
the one thing I love about my first album is that we pressed out, I want to say 1,000 copies, and that was a dumb decision because we had copies upon copies in everybody's closet.
Yep.
And for my next few albums, we learned to do small release pressings and then do it online, so that we didn't have to worry about the amount of random CDs just sitting at your house.
And that's part of the reason we stuck with just digital. The main thing is, especially for bands, the only time you're really selling your album is when you're playing shows. Well, the whole recording process, all of us can play other instruments, and since everything is digital, not analog anymore, you can go in, do this part, do that part. Austin's an amazing drummer. He was our drummer before he switched over to rhythm guitar, so all drums he could pull off there. So we decided to stick with just digital right now since we're unable to play shows because we don't have a full band lineup as of right now. But it's actually done a lot better than what I was kind of expecting. I wasn't expecting anything at all. Sure. We've gotten plays in other countries. A couple streamers use our songs in the background, and I tell them, hey, it should be copyright free. If anybody hits you up with anything, just let me know. I'll go to bat for you there. Yeah, I have no problem with people using my stuff. If anything, hey, publicity is publicity, Yep. It gets the word out. But it's been going pretty well, and it just makes me super determined to keep working on more and eventually getting out and playing shows, which is my favorite.
Yeah. Well, I said I also do live stuff, and yeah, this COVID has destroyed everything. So last thing I did live was in February, which was a music festival, a food festival actually.
Ooh.
And that was fun. I got to rap about tacos. Can't beat that.
No, exactly.
And the best part, it was like the best chefs in Texas came down and made appetizers for the Super Bowl. But they're like these fancy restaurants. So, and the best part is that they're bringing me food, so I rap about them because I have like a full line of and so I'm getting all these awesome like smoked jalapeno bacon bombers and chicharrones that are freshly made, and yeah, it was pretty cool.
And I'm over here eating leftover Little Caesars.
Yeah, that's nobody wants leftover. There's at my house we get leftover Little Caesars only sometimes because my son will be like, I want cold pizza. But the only time Little Caesars is good is definitely when you first get it out of the oven. Yeah, it is not good as a thing.
Yeah, you go to microwave it. I mean, I've heard if you put water inside the microwave there, like a glass of water is supposed to help. Not with Little Caesars, it doesn't.
Well, the move is the air fryer.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah, and then honestly, if I'm doing a leftover pizza, then I'm gonna bring a dip, either a thing of sauce or a ranch.
Oh, yep. You gotta.
But yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, I think the way when I first started releasing music, which is 2007, right? I remember it was digital, but it was like you still had to do CDs and stuff.
It was in that weird transition period back then.
And so then as we started doing stuff later and things like, oh yeah, this is way easier. And then, I'm always going to be that independent guy, like no matter what I do, just because I feel like it's what I've been doing my whole life. So there's no reason to start trying to do anything. And it's like all those guys are like, there's no reason to anymore to get a label because everything's literally using Just Joe Kid, just like you. They're not doing anything different. And so
it's just a matter of educating yourself on how to make your product sound better. I mean, I see these tutorial videos on YouTube where people use Reaper, which is absolutely free. Well, technically it's a trial, you get to keep renewing for free. But and they're making
effects on my Cubase actually.
Yeah, and it works works perfect. I've seen these people make these amazing rock and metal songs off of just free plugins on Reaper and using cheap-ish mics on amps and finding free digital drums that sound absolutely amazing.
Mhm.
And everybody has access to it. And then after that, it just comes down to the individual or the bands or groups determination to keep sticking with it. That's the hard part about having a home studio there. It's not like you're going to a studio where time is money. Now you get to do it on your own free will. It's like, oh, okay, let's play games for a little bit, or let's go watch some TV instead. Then you got all these distractions, and it just keeps getting put off and put off.
Yeah. I was listening to this podcast that's a Star Wars podcast,
Ooh,
and
nice.
but it's called Thank the Maker podcast, and it actually is it's like three dudes from emo bands, from famous emo bands, and they talk about Star Wars. But they were mentioning how they got into streaming when COVID happened. And one of them was like, I got into it. And the other one was like, I did it for a little bit and it was just not worth my time.
Yep.
Because you just kind of get distracted by it because they're using it to promote your music, but at the same time, you're just trying to promote you because you're just trying to find something to do because you used to be on the road your whole life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a big portion of the reason that I stepped away from streaming as much as I used to, because I only do it occasionally now when I have time, is I sat down and I thought about it. I'm like, okay, so I have to figure out how to put my time between spending time with girlfriend and family, my real job, playing games, still hanging out with friends, and as well as my music. And at the end of the day, for all my side things, not my work, family, and girlfriend, but if I have to pick between games and music, it's gonna be music. It's something I've been passionate about forever.
Yeah.
And I decided, hey, I got to devote that time to it. Actually, I just wrote and recorded a demo. I want to say the last 3 hours before we started this today.
Nice.
Instead, yeah. So, and now it's like it gives me a little bit more time. It's just time management. It really is. And sure, my stream has to suffer a little bit. I still do it occasionally, but at the end of the day, I like being able to put out music to people and see how they feel with it compared to how I feel when I write or play it.
And that's the trick, especially with streaming. It's like, it's your time is that's the part that's actually getting people's attention, is because you're spending time with people. And so Peggy Ann says hi or claps. I don't know what that.
I think that's the claps, because it's like the hands going like that and then it's pushing the sound out, right?
Oh, well then she says she does whatever that is.
Please.
And so yeah, but it's funny because it's like, if you have the time to do it, but it's like how these people can do that and create other things. I have no idea. I said I have 2 kids and I barely can do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I see why like some of the bigger guys can do it, because obviously that is their work.
Yeah.
And they have people hired for it. And don't get me wrong, I know they all started from the bottom, just like everybody else that starts doing it does, just like anything else. And then you start to see all this continuous stuff come out and stuff. It's like they have teams, they have a video editor, somebody goes through all their streams and pulls out clips for this to put up to there. They're studying the algorithms there to figure out what's triggering and what's getting passed over. And it's whole teams and all that do majority of the stuff for them, where they might schedule a little thing here and there, but for the most part, they're deciding what they're doing, and they're that brand there, so they are devoting it to the stream. But all that extra stuff there's teams of people getting paid, I'm guessing pretty well to devote their time into it,
compared to me, who's just doing every single thing. And it's like,
exactly.
Yeah, why? Or you too, because you're doing all the editing, you're doing all that stuff. It's like, oh, why don't you have a TikTok or Instagram portion of that? And it's like, because that takes another 25 minutes I don't have.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, but you already did it. Yeah, if you knew how difficult it is to cut things out and then do all that, it's not
cut it out, format it out, and
and then you can't just use the same format for all the different apps. You have each app have its own format. She says, I'm clapping about progress.
Gobbles is one of my good streaming buddies there. We play a lot of Overwatch together.
Oh, There you go. Yeah, when I was talking to Trey about you, he was like, "Oh, it's the guy that plays Halo." I was like, "Yes."
A little. I haven't touched Halo in a hot minute.
No, me
I went to open it, and I think the file got corrupted, and it was such a big download. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it again.
That's
Just, ta-
funny.
just takes up
Yeah.
so much space.
Well, I said I played Infinite for a second, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah, yeah. It's like I periodically go in between, like playing games with the guys, like whether it's Fortnite, Apex, Overwatch, and then now I'm shifting it back into like the sports games now that they're releasing them for free in the game passes and stuff like that. So it's been a lot of baseball, basketball, and hockey.
Yeah, I said I did have that. I did Madden, but I don't play it. I mean, the only football game I play is Meat League Football. So, or Meat League
Ooh.
Football League. Have you ever played that? Have we talked about that before?
I don't think so.
It's actually really fun, and they're working on part 2. So, oh,
I'm excited. NCAA is supposed to come back out next year.
oh yeah, because they have the licensing agreements now.
Yeah, I'm
that
so
makes sense.
excited. That and then the new Harry Potter is supposed to come out the end of this year,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
cool.
and then there's a game called For the King, which is kind of like a turn-based, like kind of like D&D style, but it's an actual like game. And they're releasing the sequel. I think that's supposed to come out at the end of this year or early next year too. So I'm pretty excited for those.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think there's any game I'm like, oh, I'm so hype about. But you know, I'm old and I have kids. The new Paw Patrol game? No, not
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
I was playing some game. It was for free with the Game Pass, and you just take pictures of these like animated dogs, and you gotta get them to do tricks and stuff like that. But then you'll like be doing that, then you'll turn around and hear barking behind you, just like an island full of these random dogs, and they'll just be staring at you all wide eyed, just like that. It's the scariest game I've ever played.
You know what's funny is I was thinking about it. You know, for just because I was bored, I started selling my stamps or what are those stickers on
Steam. Yep.
And then I found like this one game that I have, which is a cats game, where it's just a babysitting cats game. Each sticker is like 50 cents to $1.
What the?
And so I made money off this dumb cat game that I play, and it's messed up because you literally have to babysit cats in space, and they poop on the couch, and they do all these things. It's a crazy game. I'll look it up so you can actually have the name of it.
Okay.
But let's see. Christopher London says, by the way, the last NCAA football
14
game was 14. Oh wow, yeah, he's been listening the whole time. Nice. That's crazy that they. Yeah, wow. You know, it's like growing up. It was like you just expected one every year, and then it was like
Yeah.
they didn't have many more, and it was like, oh, I guess that's fine.
Yeah,
But,
the best part was you could sit down there, make your whole school. I remember mine was always right in the middle of Lake Superior, and it was a dome, and it had AstroTurf that was blue. But you go in there at every single position, each player's name and all that stuff too. So like it's kind of like devoting the time into the Sims and stuff like that. You could do it with that game. So excited, so excited. They better not screw it up. Who's
they
that?
probably
EA.
will.
It's EA.
Oh, if it's EA, then nobody cares. They're just gonna take Madden and throw college teams on it. You know that, right? Yeah.
I'm hoping that they make
Come
it.
on.
So I'm hoping. Here's the idea that you take your player from NCAA, you work through the whole
Yeah,
year
back in the
there,
day. I
and then
remember
move them
this.
up to Madden.
Yeah.
Well, they only did it for like I thought like 2 years or something like that, and then they lost the licenses there.
Yeah, no, it was like three years. You could do it. You could throw them in the drafts, and I guess with the basketball you could do that too. But yeah, that was fun. It's called Kittened.
Kittened.
Yeah, like kitten with a D at the end.
Ooh,
And,
I'm gonna have to check it out.
I got it for
Especially
free.
if the stamps are that much.
Oh, but it's also like it's a VR game.
Ooh.
And so I forgot it's a VR game until right when I was looking at the thing. It shows a guy doing a Oculus with it, and he's like, "But you're literally like taking care of cats in like New York City." It's very silly.
I'd be down to play that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have a VR set, but
Yeah, we don't need one. I've never played it VR.
oh, it's got the option for it. Okay.
But yeah, so I'm like, it probably is more fun VR. Makes sense because you would pick up the cat and pet it and You can throw it out the window if you want. You can do whatever you want to the cats.
That's the sticker you got because nobody else could do it.
Yeah, no, mine was this. I think my sister came into town and she just wanted the game to play, and so I just showed her how to play it. And then next thing I had all these stickers, and it was like, and then I was like looking at the prices. I'm like, wait, what? This is crazy.
Yeah, I had someone for like some random game. Like I got a free key for back when I was streaming, and it was like $3 I got for it.
So weird. I mean, I could never figure out how to get back to the stickers, so I just don't mess with them anymore because it's a way complicated process.
Only
like,
if I've just gotten one. That's the only way I can figure out how to get to it.
Yeah, that's a.
It's we're too old. I can't handle technology nowadays.
I know. But anyways, that's very cool. That's awesome, man. I'm excited that you're working on a new album. You're actually do your own solo. Is your solo album going to be a polka album? Is that the plan?
Be a what?
A polka album?
Not quite.
Okay.
With Ashes Rise, we went a lot more with hard rock and metal, a little bit of thrash in there. I do enjoy a little bit of heavier music, but our singer Topher and our other guitarist Austin, they're into some pretty heavy music, and so it was kind of a mix of our different styles. I like the '80s hair bands and the pop punk, and they're like I said, they're a lot more into the heavier, scarier stuff there. So it was really fun playing outside my comfort zone. But ever since I started playing guitar, I've been a lot more into like pop punk and a lot of the 90s and early 2000s. So a lot of it's been focused on that, but I've also been trying to mix it up. I think the first or second song that I demoed was actually a country song for it. But it's going to be a lot more pop punk, lots of fast drums in there, and the good old fashioned "Oh, she broke my heart" and stuff like that. Not quite emo, but the good old pop punk style. That's what the plan is as of right now. And I might toss in a couple heavier songs, but I'm also sitting down and trying to write some more heavier stuff as well for next Ashes Rise album when we get around to that. And there's even talks of us tuning some of the songs down to drop B, which is the heaviest I've ever played, but it's also going to be probably some of the heaviest songs the band's ever written as well.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to see whatever you do next. I think it's fun. I always appreciate when you hop onto the stream and watch us do our silly show.
Oh, I enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
Which now it's been almost 3 years. I saw a promo for our one of our first shows because we started it in March 2019. So.
Oh yeah, it wasn't too long ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the month, not the years, but.
Yeah. No. I started before COVID. Yeah. And so it was cool. So.
That's really impressive because a lot of these popped up like during COVID, and then now that a lot of people are getting back to their regular work lives and social lives and stuff like that, a lot of them are dropped off. So the fact that you guys were able to start it prior and then keep it going throughout all of COVID, and then even now keep it going even afterwards, that's pretty impressive there.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's I mean, it's my musical. It's the thing that keeps me reminding myself that I'm a musician. And it's also my one free day or free 3 hours that I don't have to watch my kids. So that probably helps the cause.
I can see why.
Yeah, it's like I just need to have my own thing that I'm doing. So, you know what? Normally we do question of the day. Today we're not because we're going to try something different. And what we're going to do is. All right, so what's our song going to be about today?
We should make it about.
Talk about what?
We could talk about what?
We can talk about whatever. We can talk about your album, or we can just make up a song about whatever. It doesn't matter to me. We can add in the facts that we talked about, or we can do a totally different song about something totally different. Up to you.
It should be about facial hair.
All right, a facial hair song. All right, and now are we going to talk about facial hair music? Are we going to talk about facial hair in the world? Are we going to talk about how we both should shave our faces? No. Talk about how we're never going to shave our faces. I won't. I'm not allowed, as a married person, I'm not allowed to cut off my goatee. So I can cut off my beard, but I can't cut off the goatee. My wife won't let me stay in the house if I do that. So,
I I shaved before. I think it was like back in October. I had a clean shave, and dogs didn't recognize me. The girlfriend absolutely hated it, so it's not gonna happen again.
okay. And so is
Never.
it going to be about shaving? Is it going to be about beard maintenance? Is it going to be about the necessity of having a beard and how it helps you with your love life? Is it going to be about the story of somebody stealing your beard and you have to go get it back and retransplant it on your face? I mean, literally, we could do whatever.
We
It
could
could
do
be about
like
sriracha in your beard because I have sriracha.
never,
apparently.
never.
So,
It should be about the reasons to never shave your beard. Never.
all right. So, all right. So, what's our song going to be called?
Uh, um, Tears for Beards.
Great. I love that. Tears
Thank
for
you.
Beards. This is a song about why you should never shave your beard. Give me some good reasons why you shouldn't shave your beard.
Tan lines.
Tan lines. Okay. One of them is your face would be cold.
Yes. Ooh, I've shaved in the winter. It sucks.
Yeah.
Butt chin.
Ooh, yes, yes. Looking less fat than you really are.
I know this. I know there's a second chin under here for me.
Yeah,
I know
too.
there is.
Yeah. When I sometimes I'll go trim it and I'll trim it way too much and then you'll see it. It's like,
Yep.
oh, that was a bad decision.
That's nice when it hangs down like this. I ain't got to worry about it anymore.
I'm not allowed to get it farther like yours. I would look just like my wife's dad, and so then I would go out of the house. So this is
I'm allowed down to here.
So I can go like to here, but
another
a
reason.
2-year-old, so the less pull, the better.
Oh yeah, I ain't got to worry. The dogs bite at it. That's about it.
All right, what's another one?
Cost efficiency. I don't have to buy shaving kits or razors or anything.
Okay. Do you do beard oil and
Occasionally.
pomade? Do you do anything to control the beard?
I mean I don't do any special shampoos or anything, and since I'm balding up here, I kind of just went from using it to here for shampoo and conditioner. But only for like special occasions. I have beard oil, and then I also have what's it called? Not gel, but it's kind of like a paste, kind of to help maintain the shape of it. And I also have an electric brush that I use for it too.
Nice. Yeah. No, I use this one called Boss Man brand, and they make a beard jelly that I really like. So it's like beard oil, but it's like you can feel it going in your beard compared to a beard oil. You're like, did I get it everywhere? I don't remember.
Yeah, you just see it all oily on your hands instead.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know if I got it. I don't. All right, so there you go. So a song called "Tears for Beards," how you shouldn't cut your beard, okay. And is there a plot twist, or is it just gonna be just all about not shaving beards?
Not shaving beards, but then the one beard saw that the other beard had been shaven, and that's the reason for the tears.
Okay, yeah, I think I can do this.
Okay.
We'll see how bad it goes. This will be like this is a new try for me. I haven't done an actual song like this in a while.
It's all good. I'm excited to hear this. So
yeah. Oh yeah, and then we can decide some music for you here. So that could be perfect.
There we go.
Get some options here. Anything yet?
It has to be one of those kind of like slower, kind of sadder ones there, I feel. There we go.
All right. How's the volume for you?
It can go up
Could be
just
a
a
little
little
louder.
bit. Just a little bit. All right, go ahead and talk.
Yeah. Hi.
Okay, it needs to go down a little bit now.
I can turn me up too.
Okay, that'll work too.
Hello. I get it down now. How's
Yeah,
that?
yeah, right about there. Right about there.
All right. Should I do like Trey and make an intro? Sure, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, here we go. Turn off this. All right, guys. Here's a song, a new hit that me and Mike have written right now. It's called "Tears for Beards." I apologize for this being terrible, but I'm gonna do my best. It is a rap song about why you should never cut your beard. Um, and a song. And do you have a special name that you like me to call you today? Do you have a rap name, or would you like me to give you one?
Millie Mill.
Millie
Millie
Mill.
Mill.
All right, all right. Let
Slice
me.
it off.
We'll do that one voice you like. So.
Oh yeah.
Hello and welcome to the new song. We got Millie Mill and we got Scout the Psalmist. The song is called Tears for Beards.
Love it.
I didn't expect it to go by. I didn't know why my beard was gone. I miss it so much. I don't know why. I got my tears on my beard and I can't try. I don't know why, I don't know where it went. I just woke up in the morning, it was gone again. I got tears on my beard and I'm living in. I got tears on my beard and I'm living in.
I always told myself I would never shave my beard ever, 'cause you need some money and you know your life ain't so clever, and you don't need to wash, you don't need a little time, you don't spend that money shaving with those razors online, and too much. What is it, like $37 a blade? I never seen it if I'm getting and I'm running this way, and I didn't know the pain when the air goes on your face, 'cause it's not cold, only if you're running away, hey, but then it made it all. I never seen it soft. I always told my beard would always be on, and nobody would change my ways. I never see it all together, never run out my days.
I don't know where it went. I don't know where it goes. All I know is I'm afraid. I got tears on my beard, oh no. I don't know where it went, and I don't know where it goes. I just know that I'm lost. I got tears in my beard, oh no.
It's like this, like that, so many days attack. See, what really happened is that I said the wrong thing back. My lady wasn't in the room, and I said, hey, you know I look like your dad. She's like, no way. And then I woke up, a razor by my side. My whole face was clean and slimmer like mine. And I'm pretty sure I called in. I said I was beardless, and I started crying. They were like, dude, you're fired. Be fearless. And only if I can say it's never the same. And I haven't left my house for like 3 months until my beard came back. And that's how I live. I'm not afraid to tell them all, but now I'm giving a kick. I got tears on my beard and I'm tripping it down. I got tears on my beard and I'm living it now. I got tears on my beard and I'm living it now, because I got my beard back. Nobody missing now. I got tears on my beard and this I go. I got tears on my beard and that's how I know. I said tears on my beard, and where I go, that's all I say, 'cause I never know. And yes, I'm no longer married. She shouldn't have shaved my beard, bro. That was her decision, I could never really go. And now I'm alone because nobody loves me, and my dogs don't even wanna bite my beard, homie. There you go.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Your wife's probably listening, like, what the hell is he talking about in there?
What? Yeah, she's like, am I in trouble? No, she would actually never shave my beard. She likes it. But that's so funny. Yeah. Um, that was fun. I think.
Like last time I clean shaved, I got in trouble with my girlfriend. So
Yeah. No, I know.
I know I ain't got to worry about it.
I laugh because it's like last time I shaved my beard too close, I got not only in trouble by my wife, but by like everybody on the show. They were just like,
Oh, really?
"Yeah, you look crazy. You can't do another show until you're done." But man, thank you so much, Mike, for being on the show. I hope you had fun. I know it's not
I
the same
did.
as having Trey here. Trey's very fun. But man, is there any shout outs or anything you want to say to the people so they can find your stuff? So your album can go #1 on the charts, whatever.
Hey, that'd be nice. Right now, our latest album by my band Ashes Rise is Thoughts in My Head. You can find it anywhere you guys get your music. You can plug it into your Instagram stories, Snapchats, all those fun things. It's available everywhere you guys can get your music. Check us out, Ashes Rise, anywhere, or Ashes Rise Music on any of social media platforms, except for Twitter, I believe. I believe that's the only one we don't have. Check us out on YouTube. We've got that, as well as a cover that we did of, I'm trying to think of who it is. Black Bear. We did Me and Your Ghost. We did a cover of that, which is also available on all those. And make sure to check us out on all social media so you know when more music's coming, as well as when my solo album's going to be coming out.
Yep, and then subscribe to his Twitch, even though he only shows up once every year now.
Basically.
We have one last closing bit. Do you want to do it? It's called Counselor Session, where you'll get to be my therapist and you get to ask me questions about facts that you've made up about my life, and I have to say yes. I cannot disagree with anything that you say. Would you like to do this?
Yeah, I'm down. So we're yes-anding. Okay.
Yeah, we're yes-anding, but you're the therapist and I am the person. So, but yes, it's fun when you talk to somebody that's a improv person. They actually know. But it's funny. But yeah, literally that's all it is. It's just you're gonna ask me 3 questions, or you're gonna therapize me for 3 questions, and I have to agree with whatever facts you said. Let me get everything ready here.
Okay.
And this is our closing, and go.
So, it would seem today you're here for the act of spinning the merry-go-round too aggressively with your neighbor's child on it, due to the statement that the judge gave, due to your aggression and the big smile you had on your face. That's why you're here. What compelled you to spin it so hard to send that child flying off of there?
Were you ever a kid?
Yes.
Have you ever fell off a merry-go-round?
Yes. It hurts.
But isn't it fun before you hit the ground? Here's the truth. My son was on it. I didn't see the other person. I was spinning my son around very aggressively because the dude can fly. And it's what happens when you're raising Superman. And I did it. I didn't see the other kid. There's no aggression towards the child. But in the long run, their parents just aren't fun. If they're not willing to enjoy a nice flying off a merry-go-round, they're not the kind of people that I want to be around anyways. I mean, I also don't want to be in prison. But in general, I was really more concerned about my son, Clark, than I was anything else.
So after the child fell, then what made you feel the need to point and laugh at the child as they were crying on the ground?
All right. Well, so as I said, I didn't know they were there. And so to me, I just thought it was hilarious. Like, have you ever seen a YouTube clip or TikTok where something funny happens? So in my mind, what I thought happened was that one of those clips came out of my phone and came into real life. And so I was just reacting like it was a TikTok because I thought it was. I didn't know it was real life. I wasn't even sure if I had my VR set on or not. So, it's what it is.
I guess the only question we have left then is, why didn't you bring out your phone and start recording the child then?
I thought he was on my phone.
Oh, okay.
I thought that, again, I believe that this is all. I thought I was just in a TikTok.
All right, sir. Well, I'm gonna need you to step to the side
pretty
here
much
and
my
be in this
entire
cup
life. Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you, Mike, for being silly with me.
Thanks for having me, man.
And I hope everybody has a great night. Stay on the line, Mike, so I can say bye. But I'm gonna throw on the close this moment I can find it. And what a day. So there you go. And here we go. See you later, guys. See you next week. We'll have a guest. I have no idea who it will be, but I'm working on it. So it might be Mike again. No, my luck. Here we go.
Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all of your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do.